Hi there, thanks for finding me. I record music under the name Hessian, and in this video I want to share how I created some of the sounds used in my upcoming release, Treeline 1 Birch. Today I will be talking about love. Well, not that kind of love. Today I will be talking about Love, the brilliant plugin designed by indie company Dawesome. This is a very special plugin which features in a number of my tracks. It is one of my main go-tos for creating ethereal and ambient soundscapes. As mentioned in a previous video, a lot of what I do is about texture and space, and generally I use effects as part of the creative process, treating them in many ways as instruments in their own right. I feel committing early in the creative process to a sound I like helps to shape my thinking around what other sounds are needed. An ambient texture, which is often quite a full sound, needs to be layered carefully. Okay, so let's have a look. Love has a lot of strings to its bow. At its heart is a granular synth engine and a range of highly tweakable multi-effects. Again, this video is not a deep dive into all the parameters found within the plugin, but I just want to share how I use it in my workflow. I used Love throughout my track The Healing Tree, which you heard at the start of this video. I used it to create a shimmering texture and then incorporated layered vocals from a wonderful singer, Emily, who also featured in a previous video. The track itself started out in a completely different place to where it ended up. I initially came up with a guitar line and made a rough recording, but it gives you an idea of where I started out. Here's the guitar chords. I then layered the lovely vocals from Emily over the top. While I could hear the potential, I just felt like the guitar part had too many edges and sounded more like an accompanying figure than a musical texture. So I decided it needed something and added Love. This plugin for me is not one I use subtly. What I wanted to do was capture the essence of the guitar harmony as the initial texture on which I would layer everything else. So inside the plugin, all signal is initially routed through the granular synth, which has 3 modes. As you can see, I am using Swarm and have the maximum 20 grains. As I said, not subtle. Looking at the user interface, each of the circles represents a grain acting on the signal. They are increasing and decreasing in size, which corresponds with the volume of each grain. This creates a constantly evolving pattern. From the granular delay, the next stop in the chain is shimmer. This does exactly what it says, in this case by adding in a pitch shift an octave higher. This really helps to create height and space in the sound. The last two effects added in the chain in this case are delay and clouds. Clouds is an extreme reverb, well the way I have used it, and takes away any distinct rhythmic element in the guitar part and creates a dynamic and ethereal texture. Now when you play this in conjunction with the vocals, it creates a textured canvas to build the rest of the track on. Using Love like this is another way I shape my musical layers and textures. It's a great plugin made by a small indie company. They're not just effects, they're creative tools that help to shape the emotional tone of what I'm making. If you're a user of it, or one of Dawesome's other plugins, I'd love to hear how you're using them. Drop a comment below. As I said at the start, thanks for finding me. I've got more behind the scenes videos coming soon, so if you're into this kind of thing, feel free to follow me on social media or subscribe to this channel.